Genesis chapter 27. And it was that when Yitzhak was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau, his older son, and said to him, My son. And he said to him, Here I am. And he said, Behold now, I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me venison, and make me tasty delicacies of hunted meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rivkah heard when Yitzhak spoke to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. But Rivkah spoke to Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak to Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me tasty delicacies of hunted meat, that I may eat and bless thee before Yahweh, before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good goatlings of the goats, and I will make them tasty delicacies as of hunted meat, for thy father, such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, so that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rivkah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said to him, Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched, and brought them to his mother. And his mother made tasty delicacies as of hunted meat, such as his father loved. And Rivkah took the goodly garments of Esau her older son, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the goatlings of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the tasty delicacies as of hunted meat, and the bread, which she had prepared, into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came to his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Yitzhak said to his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because Yahweh thy God made it happen before me. And Yitzhak said to Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near to Yitzhak his father, and he felt him and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned not, because his hands were hairy, and his brother Esau's hand. As his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him, and he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Yitzhak said to him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near, and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which Yahweh hath blessed. And God give thee of the dew of the skies, and of the fatness of the earth, and plenty of grain and new wine. Let peoples serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brothers, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be everyone that blesseth thee. And it was, as soon as Yitzhak had made an end of blessing Yaakov, and Yaakov was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Yitzhak his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also made tasty delicacies of hunted meat, and brought it to his father. And he said to his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Yitzhak his father said to him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau. And Yitzhak trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who then is he that hath taken venison, and brought it to me, and I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him? Yea, and he shall be blessed. When Esau heard the words of his father, he cried an exceeding great and bitter cry, and said to his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with guile, and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is not he rightly named Yaakov? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Yitzhak answered and said to Yaakov, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brothers I have given to him for servants, and with grain and new wine have I sustained him. And what then shall I do for thee, my son? And Esau said to his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Yitzhak his father answered and said to him, Behold, of the fatness of the earth shall be thy dwelling, and of the dew of the skies from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall become, when thou shalt break loose, that thou shalt shake his yoke. Thou shalt shake his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Yaakov, because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Yaakov. And the words of Esau her older son were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Yaakov her younger son, and said to him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise. Flee thou to Laban my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be bereaved of you both in one day? And Rebekah said to Yitzhak, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Het. If Yaakov take a woman of the daughters of Het, such as these, of the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me?